Kennedy.
So the tail of the tape, Robbie Lawler facing Tim Kennedy, 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division, 185 pounds.
Now these guys are very evenly matched, and this fight will come down to guts and heart.
Ruthless. Facing the Green Beret.
All right, fans, here we go. Strikeforce M1 Global and Showtime present middleweights in the cage, 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing our referee in charge of the action, we have Herb Dean.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's go.
Just wanted to quickly mention that while Kennedy was entering the cage, we caught a glimpse of a gentleman sitting at cage side. His name is Michael Schlitz. He was a soldier who had all of his limbs blown off, and yet he and Carl Munger have put together an organization called the Gallant Few, helping severely injured soldiers get back into society. Tim Kennedy calls him one of his biggest inspirations, so it's great to see Michael Schlitz at cage side supporting Kennedy in this fight.
Kennedy telling us in our fighter meeting yesterday that after his fights, he gets tons of emails from soldiers all around the world.
He truly is an all-American hero, and he talks about the fact, you know, on American Forces Network, he doesn't just represent the country or the soldiers. He is very adamant about becoming a champion, and we now know that Jacare will defend the title against Luke Rockhold on September 10th. Kennedy, with a victory here tonight, says he wants to face the winner of that fight.
And Kennedy losing a very controversial decision to Jacare.
Still thinks he won that fight.
Lawler's got a nice rhythm, shoulder movement, head movement.
Showing more movement than we've seen recently, and he caught him with that right hand.
And Lawler kicked low.
He got a kick in the groin for it.
Again, the rule is he has up to 5 minutes to recover from what was an accidental strike to the groin, and he's a warrior, he's a trooper. He says, I'm ready, let's do this.
Hey. You ready to fight? Let's go.
Kennedy apologizing to Lawler for the low kick.
Twelve of Kennedy's 13 wins have come inside the distance. Nice sprawl by Lawler to escape that takedown attempt. And of course, for Lawler, it's all about the knockout. 15 of his 18 career victories have come courtesy of his punching power.
Lawler, as you mentioned, known as a big striker, but he has a great wrestling background.
It looks like he's been training in it because those hips are fast.
Lawler submitted by Jacare, submitted by Jake Shields.
But that work at Power Gym in Arizona already paying off. Real showing a lot of pep in his step, and you're right, defending the takedowns very nicely and exploding back up to his feet. A lot of foot movement here from Lawler, trying to confuse Kennedy from the southpaw stance.
And it's forcing Kennedy to shoot really far out because he doesn't know where the punches or strikes are coming from.
Kennedy jumping on him, now takes his back. Lawler gets up. Kennedy so strong, can't hold him down. Great sprawl by Lawler as he tries to walk out of it, but Kennedy jumps on him again.
That might have been a mistake jumping so high. He's got to stay low on those hips.
Submission defense has been Lawler's Achilles heel. Nice scrambling here by Ruthless One on the bottom.
Gets to his knees.
Tim Kennedy said he's got some good head and arm chokes from this position. And he used it to switch around to his back.
The last 2 times Lawler has lost via submission has been via form of choke. In his last outing against Souza, the rear naked choke, and of course, Jake Shields with the guillotine choke back in June of 2009. So far defending well against Kennedy.
Nice scramble out.
One thing you know about Kennedy, He didn't expend that much energy because he's always in incredible shape.
Even though, again, he's one of those guys who tagged him with the left hand, says he would ideally like 12 weeks to prepare, was only given 5 weeks for this training camp. Talk a little bit about why that is, Frank. Why 12 weeks?
Well, you need time for your body to peak at various levels, vascular, muscular conditioning wise. Then you also need time to mentally focus. And with 4 weeks, that's not a lot of time to develop a strategy, implement it, and then train your body to react to it.
Double leg takedown by Kennedy.
Right into side control here.
Good control here by Kennedy. This is what he needed. Dominant positions for extended periods of time so he can set up submissions and good strikes. Stepping over for the mount.
Now he mounts him. 32 seconds remaining in the first round, scheduled for 3. Lawler trying to hip escape. Kennedy sat up on him, and Lawler just pushes him off.
Beautiful escape by ruthless Robbie Lawler. I love Lawler's takedown defense. Very quick. He ate that head kick and yet sprawled immediately as Kennedy went in for the shoot.
And the end of the first round. Very fast-paced round for Robbie Lawler and Tim Kennedy.
That's a tough one to score.
Now don't forget, coming up Saturday, August 13th, Showtime Championship Boxing presents the final of its bantamweight tournament as IBF champion Joseph Ekbeko squares off with the undefeated Abner Mares. And if you've never had a chance to see Abner Mares, he is a slick, quick, young fighter.
All right. Now, Tim, you got to keep that right hand up for me.
Here's a little kick that fired up the action here. It was, right down below the belt. And Lawler, tough not to kick him there when he's moving so quickly. And a good top mount position with a nice scramble. He just pushed him off, turned his hips, and ran right around.
Round 2 scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Robbie Lawler, former Elite XC champion, in red. Tim Kennedy in black.
Kennedy attacking the knee a la Anderson Silva with that push kick. And you said the opening round was a tough one to score, Frank. Lawler with 5 power strikes compared to just 2 for Kennedy, but Kennedy was 3 for 7 in the takedown department. And based on his control, I tend to give it to the Army veteran, 10-9. How do you score it?
I got to give it to Tim Kennedy. Plus he went for the submission hold.
Kennedy shooting again. Lawler sprawling, getting to his feet. We saw it in our last fight with Ty Woodley and Paul Daly. Daly the striker, Woodley the wrestler. When you're a striker and you're fighting a wrestler, Frank, and he continues to shoot and you want to use your striking ability, but it seems like sometimes you don't know when to do it. How do you find your rhythm from a striking perspective?
You need a long stiff or a good jab. You got to keep that jab out there because you can't let him get close to you and throw the strike, because the strike makes you defend, and when you defend, you're vulnerable to the takedown.
Can your jab also, can kicks also serve as a jab?
Kicks work. You can jab the lower body. The front kick is a jab.
The deep, yeah, and Muay Thai.
And like Fedor does, you can jab up, which lifts the wrestler up and makes him nervous.
I still think
the hands.
The jab is very underutilized in mixed martial arts at this level.
It is, but with 4-ounce gloves, one shot changes everything.
Matter of fact, Robbie Lawler knocked out by Nick Diaz with the jab. He misses the uppercut. Kennedy shooting. Lawler getting to his feet, trying to walk out of it. Kennedy holding on.
Kennedy's in deep on those hips now. Lawler pushing his face away.
Now blood coming out of the face of Kennedy.
Looked like he got caught with that uppercut.
Mad scramble for positioning.
This guy is like a Wolverine, a mongoose.
Oh, wow. I know Dexter returns in the fall. We may be seeing a glimpse of what's to come. There's a lot of plasma flowing in this round.
coming from the, I believe, the bridge of the nose of Kennedy. And he is leaking badly. 2:13 to go in the second round, scheduled for 3. In the Strikeforce middleweight division, that's 185 pounds. Robbie Lawler in red on the bottom, Tim Kennedy in black on top.
Kennedy wants to pass half guard, but Lawler very good off his back there with the half butterfly guard now, and very good try, almost like Paul Daly. We're seeing improvements defensively, but defense may win championships in other sports, not necessarily the case in mixed martial arts.
Lawler with a real nice bottom strike there.
Kennedy sitting up, ground and pound. Lawler fighting back. Kennedy now punches and bunches from the top. Hammer fists, hooks.
Lawler's doing a good job of blocking those punches, though. He's rolling his shoulders, he's got his hands in front.
And yet the message to the judges with Kennedy in top position, posturing up now.
Nice right hand by Robbie Lawler as Kennedy postured up a minute to go in the second round. Been an exciting, fast-paced fight from the very beginning. We've seen stand up and a lot of ground fighting in the first 2 rounds. Kennedy going to the body with the hammer fist. Nice elbow by Robbie Lawler.
A hooking power shot.
Yeah, and if those strikes aren't enough, Lawler has to try to keep Kennedy's blood out of his eyes.
Is that legal to drip blood in his eye?
I'm sure it's something you would utilize in your career.
Good thing I'm retired.
Lawler very relaxed on his back. Coming to the end of the second round. And Tim Kennedy will have to get worked on.
All right, hey, calm down. Tim, don't hear anything but my voice. Calm down. I want you to feel your heart rate, and I want
Here's that rolling uppercut. Oh, that was a nice shot by Lawler. But Kennedy's still following up with the shot. And right on him, just driving forward incessantly, pulling on the leg, pulling on the hip. Lawler dips, rolls. Oh, about punched his nose off. I wonder why he's bleeding so much. Both damaging each other, top and bottom. Lawler doing a good job of rolling, though. Blocking with his shoulders, blocking with his forearms. Not taking that much damage on his back.
Dr. Wendell Beckton and Dr. Bruce Hertz took a good look at the cuts on the bridge of the nose and above the right eye of Tim Kennedy. Third and final round. 185 pounds. Tim Kennedy in black. Bloodied and bruised. Robbie Lawler, the ruthless one, in red. Gentlemen, how do you have this fight so far?
Well, I thought the first round was close. I gave it to Kennedy 10-9. I thought it was a much better round for Kennedy in the middle stanza, outstriking Lawler 12-3 in power strikes through 55 compared to just 13 strikes for Lawler. And I have it Kennedy up 20-18 after 10 minutes of action.
Yeah, I think Kennedy's winning the game, but Lawler's winning the war.
Interesting. They spent the majority of the second round on the ground and just from top position. Even though Lawler was able to block some of those strikes, like you said, Frank, you know, Kennedy was still the effective aggressor, had control, and had the fight where he wanted it.
He's definitely dominating the fight.
Lawler moving in now. Kennedy breathing out of his mouth. May be fatigued, may not see as many takedown chances by Kennedy at this point.
Yeah, if you look at what you're seeing right now, Kennedy looks like he's beaten up. Lawler looks like he's ready to unload, and yet on my unofficial scorecard, it's Lawler trailing 2 rounds to none. But never count Lawler out, and man, his hips, he's really worked on the defense and it's gotten a lot quicker and sharper in that regard.
Here's the opportunity for Robbie Lawler. Frank, it doesn't look like Tim Kennedy is in the position to take him down like he did in the first 2 rounds.
I think he's tired. I think he's been hit hard. Lawler's feeling it. He's starting to pump his shoulder. He's starting to fake little steps, starting to dip his head.
Robbie trying to get closer. He needs about an inch and a half. Flying knee.
I remember when Lawler made his Pride debut in Las Vegas, called that fight. He ended the fight with Joe Villaseñor via flying knee at just 22 seconds. He may need another one of those in this one.
.240 to go in the 3rd and final round. Lawler busy now. May be behind 2 rounds to none, according to our 2 experts sitting to my left.
I think Lawler should bang the body and come up with a hook to the head.
You meant the one expert in Mauro Ranallo, right?
Expert at bocce ball.
Oh, don't go there.
Let's not go there.
Don't bring that up.
Lawler spending too much time, though, taxing the runway. I mean, regardless of what the score is, this is the 3rd and final round. Fans who enjoyed the action for the first 2 rounds starting to get restless, and justifiably so.
Under 2 minutes to go now.
Yeah, Lawler's got to let him go.
Ooh! Nice uppercut by Lawler. Snaps Kennedy's head back. But he doesn't put together anything after. 1 punch and done.
Left hand is low.
I thought Kennedy was doing good work with that front kick.
Kennedy breathing laboriously again, having had the bridge of his nose ambushed by Lawler. May be tougher to breathe for him, and again, it's been a grueling 3-round fight.
That front kick is doing good work for Kennedy. He's got to keep his hands up when he throws it.
53 seconds to go in the 3rd round. Robbie Lawler letting Tim Kennedy off the hook. This could have been his round, but he did not let his hands go.
And with Robbie Lawler, he can let those hands go at any time as Kennedy now closes the gap, ties plumb and a knee and drops a level, looking for the takedown and gets it.
You wonder if Lawler is hurt. Easy takedown that time by Kennedy as he pins him and uses the free hand. And this may seal it for Tim Kennedy, this last takedown.
Well, based on this ground and pound performance, I definitely think this has sealed the deal for Tim Kennedy. Grinding away with elbow strikes as well.
And that's the end of the fight.
So an entertaining 3-round affair between Tim Kennedy and ruthless Robbie Lawler. And while Tim Kennedy may have suffered more facial damage, he was able to do enough, I think, all 3 rounds, especially at the end of that 3rd round, to really secure the unanimous decision win.
Yeah, and he tried to punch his way to a win. Leaping in there with a big knee was Tim Kennedy. But Lawler just kind of easing back, picking his shots, looking for the big power punch, and as a result, he got taken down with that beautiful double leg in the hips, pulled him out. Lawler flat on his back again.
Do you think there was a lack of sense of urgency from Lawler? Would you have liked to have seen a little more intensity, especially, you know, with the fight as close as it was? Maybe the 2nd round not as close, but he couldn't have expected to be ahead on the scorecards anyway. It was close.
I always want to see more urgency for Robbie Lawler, and we just haven't seen it for a while. You know, he's got a style where he just tries to mesmerize you into him punching you.
And we are talking about a guy who fell asleep at the press conference the other day.
Well, take nothing from him. He's an awesome fighter. He's an amazing fighter. But you know what? When it comes down to it and you're losing on the scorecards, it's time to push it and it's time to go for it. And I thought he needed to go for it in the third round.
Hey, don't forget Inside NASCAR's the fastest half hour on television. New episodes every Wednesday at 9 p.m. and really gearing up for tomorrow's Brickyard 400 from Indianapolis. Hosts are Chris Myers, Brad Doherty, Randy Pemberton, and Michael Waltrip. And Jimmy Lennon Jr. is ready with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges scored about the same, 30-27. All 3 in favor of the winner, Tim Kennedy.
All right, Tim. Congratulations. Can we get you over here? First of all, Tim, you went right at him from the very beginning. A lot of straight kicks. Also, you out-wrestled the wrestler.
Yeah, well, he bloodied me up for it. So, you know, I'm glad the judges see that this is just blood. I get cut. It just happens. So get over it. I'm going to be in here. I'm going to fight till the end of the fight, you know. And Robbie Lawler is an amazing athlete. I was humbled to be in the cage with him. The guy hits pretty hard. You know, but all that aside, we had wounded warriors. My buddy Mike Schlitz right here. Come here, Mike. You know what? I love fighting. You guys come out here and watch me fight. Who cares about me? These are the guys that need all of the recognition. These are the guys that really sacrifice everything. This is just stupid blood. These guys risk their lives, their limbs, and everything. Hey, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna fight every time. This is me, this is how I roll. I come in here, I'm gonna go until the judges say, God, get that bloody guy out of the cage. But I'm just gonna keep fighting, just like these guys.
Tim, you lost a controversial fight to Jacare, a fight that you still think that you won. He's getting ready to defend his title against Rockhold in September. Looks like you're in line to take on the winner.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna go. Let's do it right now. Don't worry about the blood. Just blood. Yeah, give me Jacare. I want the title. I wanted it last time. Judges didn't give it to me. I just won't go to the judges. This is the first time I actually got a decision, I think. Anyways, I don't like you guys, so I'm just gonna keep fighting. Thank you. I'm gonna try to win every fight by knockout or submission, because that's how I fight.
Thank you. We'll see you later. Mauro Ranallo.
All right, Gus, a very loquacious Tim Kennedy and very cool and inspiring to have his friend Michael Schultz from the Gallant View on hand as we go to the CompuStrike statistics. And again, the numbers do tell the story in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Kennedy outstruck, outworked, and here's the takedowns. 4 out of 12. He got every single takedown, dominant positions, and, you know, he went for it. He went for it.
Now having won 6 of his last 7, the only loss to current Strikeforce middleweight champion Jacare. You heard him say he wants the winner of the title fight coming up September 10th between Jacare and Luke Rockhold.